Hello, welcome to my presentation on how to set up SSL connection between WebLogic and Oracle database and MySQL database, and also with Wildfly. I struggled a lot, especially with WebLogic, setting up the encrypted SSL connection with Oracle. So I'm doing this presentation to make sure that I remember and hopefully others do not have to struggle the way I had to. So let me first give you an overview of my setup. So I have two virtual machines, one for the database server, another for the app server. And let me show you the configuration of each. So let's see here. Let me turn this off and go back to, all right. So this is my database server. It is CentOS. This is Oracle Linux. So this is Oracle Linux, and please make note of these features. And I have Oracle Linux, Oracle 19C running on it. And let me show you what it looks like. Okay, this is my database, Oracle 19C. It is very important that you follow the steps exactly as I'm doing, and I will put all the files on my website. And let me show you the website. So here is the website, and let me make sure that the right, okay. So this is the website, and I will place all the files that I'm generating today, all these steps at this website. And let's choose a URL. So the URL of that would be Wildfly WebLogic JDBC SSL. So I'm making a note of this URL. You can note it down. Right now there's nothing here, but later I'll place all the steps and all the files here. All right. So right now there's nothing. So you see this oops, and after I have placed all the files here, you will find them. All right. So coming back to the diagram, so as I said, I have a database server running on Oracle Linux 7. Then I have app server that is running on CentOS 8. And let me show you what that looks like. Okay, I have Wildfly running here. So let me clear this. So you name. Okay, so this is where my apps are running, which is on my Archie. This. So on the database server, I have Oracle and MySQL. In fact, it is MariaDB. Okay. And I'll show you how the differences are between Oracle and MariaDB when you go to put SSL MariaDB is more standard base. Oracle requires something called wallets, which is unique to Oracle, and that's why I had a lot of problems. And then on the app server side, I'll show you we'll be using two things. Wallets for the Oracle client, like this. And for WebLogic and Wildfly, we'll use JKS files. So, all right. So first thing first, let's set up Oracle and my database to my MySQL database, MariaDB database, to use SSL. So enabling those two things on their site. So first we'll do Oracle and then we will do MySQL. All right, so let me make sure that the database is visible. Okay, there is my database and I'm in this home. So to enable SSL on Oracle, you have to Oracle database, you have to create something called a wallet. And I wish there were Oracle was using more standard based approach, but I'm using Oracle Wallet since 2003. So can't fight it. We have to learn how to set up a wallet. So let me, first step, let me create a folder, call it wallet, and it is in the home of Oracle database. You can place it anywhere. The Oracle software should have access to it. So I can go to, and right now is empty. Okay. So first step is to create a path variable so that I don't have to keep typing the location. So I created a variable called wallet, which is pointing to this, and I do so. The variable is created. Now I'll use a utility called Aura PKI. Is an Oracle utility that comes with the Oracle database. So this is the command, and see, this is important so that Oracle database does not have to use a password to do this, to open the wallet. So Aura PKI wallet create minus wallet, and this is the location which I have created a variable. So, and now I should choose a password that I will use throughout. Okay, so now you see that these three files have been created. This is the wallet. Now in the wallet, I have to create a certificate. Okay. So same command, similar command, Oracle wallet, add, this is the wallet location, this is the distinguished DN name. I have chosen oracle.hqsft.com. This is the key size, self-signed. I will not use a certifying authority like VeriSign, and this is the number of years, 10 years. So it's asking me for the wallet password. Okay, so that step successfully happened. So now let's look at the content of this wallet. Okay, so you see that it has this CN, canonical name, oracle.hqsft.com. Now I have to export it so that I can share it with other users, other locations. So Oracle or a PKI wallet export minus wallet for the wallet location, DN, cert, and this is so I'm putting it in the home directory of Oracle. Okay, so at this time, I see that this file is there, and I can look at, so it looks like a bona fide certificate. So this was, let me, I don't like the fact that it doesn't have a new line at the end. So let me add it here. Okay. All right. So when you combine two certificates, and if you don't have this AND line, the AND line extra space, they become jumbled. So that's why I did this. It will not make any difference to the software. And now there are three things we have to do. Change the sqlnet.ora. So I've already done it here. So the difference, the new stuff is this. The wallet location, method is file, and this is the directory that we have created. Authentication services, client authentication false, we will get to it at some point, and the SSL cipher suites. And I had mentioned that I will place all these files on the URL that we had seen in the beginning. Now, listener.ora. Okay. So the location of the wallet is here, and I have chosen the secure SSL over here. Okay, and the port I've chosen is 2484, and wallet's location is the same. So at this point, and one more thing, let's look at tnsnames.ora. So network admin tnsnames.ora. So I have created another entry here for called Oracle SSL, and protocol is TCP/S, and port is 2484. So at this point, let me restart the listener So stop, start, and you see that it has got this entry in the listener, and okay, so I will have to restart the database so that all the shutdown immediate. The steps on Windows Server is exactly the same, just the file paths look different. So now I'm starting up. Okay. So now you see these services have showed up. So I do TNS ping, and I did TNS ping on Oracle SSL, and see it responded here. Okay, so that means the SSL on on protocol TCPS is working. Now let me do the step for MySQL. So let me create a folder. Uh, okay, and so the steps are, and this is a generic OpenSSL process. So this process creates an internal key. Next, I create the SSR. And I have to fill in the details. So I'm in the sunny California. Our office is in Rocklin. Name of the company is HQ Software Consulting. I misspelt. Okay, redoing it. California, Rocklin, HQ Software Consulting. I'm part of engineering. And now the host. So I'm calling it MariaDB server.hqsft.com. And here is my email address. If you want to communicate with me, you can write down my email address. So at this point, I have the server CSR. I create this cert file. So this is the cert file, and I will copy all these to the MariaDB configuration. So let me become root. So I hope you guys are interested in MySQL also, because the Oracle database part is done. Now I'm showing you how to enable SSL on MariaDB. Okay, so uh, let me create a directory called certificates and copy all the certs from here. We have all these, and see, they're all owned by root. So let me change the URL to MySQL so that MySQL can read them. Okay, so the ownership is changed to server to MySQL, and now okay, so let's put the MariaDB specific directives for the uh, SSL. Okay, so I have it at in another file. Okay, so I paste them here. Okay, I restart MariaDB. Okay, this is a good sign. And let's look at the log of, okay, so you see there are no errors here, and the server started. So let me create a database. Oops. Okay, let's call it demo. Let me create a user, and let me write something non-proprietary. Create user. Okay, And now I do grant all privileges on demo star to me. Okay, and let's create a table called students. Just one field, and let's insert a record. And let's put George Harrison in there. And very soon you will see why we did all that. Let me create a host entry for my app. So 10.151.1.127. This is my where I have all the apps saved. Okay. So right now we have both Oracle and MySQL set up to receive SSL. So now let me go to the app terminal. So let's hide this and let's go to app. Okay. I hope I am on the right. Nope. Okay. So, okay. All right. So let's do the easy part first. And let's see if we are able to use SSL to connect. So there's a wonderful tool called tshark. And when you're dealing with certificates, it's very important to use something like tshark. It's a packet sniffing tool and very, very, very powerful. So I'm telling it to listen on. Okay. So I'm trying to use .10.151.1.140. Okay. So it's my, let me create this user. It's not seeing my address properly. So let's see. MySQL has this IP-based security. So that's why if the IP is not right, it won't work. Okay. So I had taken a pause to test this the user. So now I am back in business, and let's go back to tshark. So and was this traffic? So from 127 to 140, this is here. And now I will connect in SSL mode. Okay. All right. Okay. So at this point, why I wanted to show you tshark, that see, when I'm using this SSL, see in the packets going to the database server has got TSL version 1.2 written here. So this shows you that it is encrypted. And if I don't use now you see here, you don't see TSL, TLS, sorry, transport layer security. So I cannot emphasize enough the utility of this tool tshark. So recap what we have covered so far. We have configured the Oracle server, database server, to use a wallet, and we have configured MySQL to use certs. And here I show you that this is how the data for MySQL is getting encrypted. But Oracle is little different, requires more work. So now let me show you how to deal with oracles. And okay, so I have Oracle installed, the Oracle client installed on this machine, and now I will configure it to create a wallet. So, and this time we'll do it in Oracle Home. So first step, let's create a directory called, let me move this wallet to something else. Okay, so I create and creating an Oracle wallet on the client is very similar to what we had done for the server. So here it is. You choose password, All right, and in this we add a cert. So you pay attention to the DN, which is apt.hqsft.com, self-signed, validity 10 years. Okay. Done. Let's look at the content of this. Oops, I had the wallet location wrong. Okay, so you see here that app.hqsft.com is here, and if I wanted, I could export it and let's look at so this is the app certificate on the client, and same problem, it doesn't have a end line here. Okay, okay, so exactly like we had done on the server, we have to configure the sqlnet.ora and tnsnames.ora. So let me go to Oracle Home. So you see this location of the wallet is here, and this is the sqlnet authentication mechanism, which is very similar to what we had on the server. And I will place this file on the website under the folder client sqlnet.ora, so that you can copy on your machine and play with it. All right, and let's look at the tnsnames.ora. It's here. Let me make a change. All right, let's call it Oracle SSL. And when I do TNS ping to Oracle CDB, so this is going on non-encrypted port, and if I do, this is going on encrypted port, and see, it's okay. So that means Oracle wallet through client is working, and let me log in using an account I have created. So that this will show me okay, so I was able to log in successfully using this TSPS port. Now let me show you what tshark looks like on the Oracle database. So tshark, let me change the terminal. So okay, so TCP port 2480. Okay, and now let me log in. Oh, the port was wrong, 2484. Okay, so you see this TTC SSL. This shows that it's using TLS protocol for connecting. So tshark is an extremely important tool for debugging SSL related issues. The package is called wireshark, which is very popular on Windows. tshark is terminal shark. So this comes part of this. You should become an expert on tshark to be able to debug these things. So what we have done so far, we configured Oracle wallet, we configured MySQL MariaDB to use cert, and then on the client side, we configured Oracle client to use wallet and is connecting successfully, and using tshark, we can see that the SSL is working. So now let's have more fun. We will configure WebLogic and Wildfly to use SSL. So let me choose the right terminal. Okay, this is the right one. So you saw on the Oracle server, we were using wallet. Now on this side, Java servers like WebLogic from Oracle or Wildfly, they don't have the concept of wallet. So you have to use something called JKS. So I am in Oracle Home and I create a folder called let me move this, my old JKS to old. Okay. So JKS, I think stands for Java Keystore. I'm not sure. So let me create certs in a folder. So first step, we'll create the simple OpenSSL keys. So first step, you create the key. Okay. Then you create the CSR. And you have to give the details. Okay. Rocklin HQ software consulting engineering, and let's give this name HQSFT app.hqsft.com. Okay. My email address and so we have a cert now. So with this, we'll create the first file, identity.jks. Okay, so Java, in the class path, I have WebLogic.jar, and this is the cert file that I just created. This is the key file, and the key store is identity.jks, and I'm giving it an alias WebLogic. So you see that is identity.jks. It takes both cert file as well as the key file. What happened? It's asking for the stored password, which so I've cleared the screen, and the password is George123. So let me go over this command. What we are doing here is that we're creating an identity.jks file, and let me see if I okay. And this JKS file needs two inputs. One, the cert file like this, and another the key file, which is here, and both are in this folder that we had done before. Next step is that we convert this into a PKCS 12 format. It did not like the password I had taken, so I recreated, and now let's see. Okay, okay, I can't explain. All right, so now we have this JKS file in correct format. pkcs, and now let's create the second file, which is I have named trust.jks, and in this we are importing app.crt. Okay, so far we have trust.jks and identity.jks. Let me also convert this into we'll do with one more step. Now what we need to do is from the server we need to bring the CRT file that we had created. So let me log into the server, database server. So you see this, we created this when we were creating the wallet for the server, and we need to bring this to the app side. So I do SFTP, bring it. So now we have this Oracle hksft.com.crt file here. So we have to import this in trust.jks, and all we have to do we have to change the alias. Let's call it Oracle. The previous one was WebLogic. So what we did, going slowly, first we imported into trust.jks app.crt, and then we brought the CRT file from the server, from the database server, and imported it in trust.jks. So this is how the trust between client and server is established, because they share the CRT file from the server. And now let me convert trust.jks into a pkcs12 format. Okay. And okay. And let's look at the content of trust.jks. This is the command. Oops. I was looking for a key tool command. So key tool list uh, okay, Keystore so at this time it has got two entries, one for the local cert, other from what we got from the server. Now we have to configure WebLogic to make use of this cert. So the file that you need to modify is here. So what we are doing that in the start WebLogic command, we are asking it to pick up the identity.jks file with the key password and the trust.jks and then SSL truststore password this. So with this, let's start. So this shows that it picked up the location of the JKS files correctly. Okay, so now let me bring up my browser. So I'm logging into, oops, typo. Okay, so I logged in. I go to data sources. I create a new generic database. and let me call it the JNDI app demo. Okay, you choose other so that we can put the details. So I'm putting the details of my username and password. Okay, so now we have to put the driver class name and the URL of the database. So this is well known, oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver. This is tricky. So see that usually you don't see JDBC URL given like this. Here, this looks like a tnsnames.ora entry. And here you have the protocol, the IP address, and the port. Okay. So I test configuration. Okay, connection succeeded. Now, if you use the common convention, which is like this, this will not work. And I spent a lot of time trying to debug. You have to use this approach of giving uh, the JDBC URL, and then it works like magic. So I must have spent like 2 days and night trying to figure this out, but finally I did. So successfully configured Oracle connection from WebLogic over SSL. Now let's come to the last part, which is configuring for MySQL. So let me go to okay, so okay. So you see here on the client side, we had created this app cert and from the key. Now over here, we need to bring the server.cert, or we put this on the Oracle server side. So where we have MariaDB running. So okay, and now let me switch to the terminal. Okay. Okay, so we have app.crt here, and we have in MySQL cert. So I move this to okay, and we have to combine the two certs, and you can use this command get and let's call it ca.pem, and now we need to move this to MariaDB. So what you have here, you have the two certificates, and now you see that why I was putting a new line at the end. Otherwise this thing would begin here. So we have to move this to MariaDB. So I copy here and change the owner to MySQL. Okay. And now we put this. So this ca.pem is a combination of the cert from the client and the server. Okay. And with this, I restart. And make sure that no errors. Okay, no error. So now we start my Wildfly and configure Wildfly with these two. So let's see. Okay. So I stopped WebLogic and my Wildfly is here. And I have to make a change. And it's the same location. I have to just change the password. Okay, so I start Wildfly. Okay, and now we'll log into the console of Wildfly. So let me go to a new. So this is Wildfly. It had cached my. So I'm going to data sources. So I will add first a MySQL, and just to let you know that I have already configured the MySQL jar file. That's why I'm able to do this. Let me take the default. I'm using an older version of MySQL. Okay, so this URL is tricky. So that's the host and the port, and the database is demo. And then you have to add this require TLS true, TLS version 1.2, enabled TLS protocol, require SSL. And first I'll show you that this works. And then I'll show you when it does not work. Okay, it broke. Let's see what happened. Okay, username was wrong. Sometimes it caches values. Okay, let me start from scratch. Maybe you guys are seeing my browser. Yes. Okay. MySQL. Okay. Test cached. and these parameters. Okay. Okay. So the test connection was successful using SSL. So now let me go to the server and show you tshark. So let me change the terminal. Okay. So tshark TCP port 3306, which is the port for MariaDB. Okay. And I will issue test connection. So connection. Let me look. Okay, so these are the packages coming from and it is all encrypted. Now let me create an Oracle JDBC connection on Wildfly. So let's go back to Chrome. And I add a new data source, Oracle. Okay, this is all default. And this is critical that you follow this style of creating a connection URL. Okay. So let's see if I can catch the traffic. And oh, I was not showing the correct terminal. Okay, so you see here that when I test from Wildfly, all the traffic is encrypted. So that concludes this presentation. It's a long one, and there is a lot to cover. So let me open a notepad. Okay, and write down the topics that we covered. So okay. So first thing we covered, let me make it. Okay. First we covered, we created wallet for Oracle 19C database. We configured sqlnet.ora, listener.ora, and tnsnames.ora file for the server. So this was for Oracle. For MySQL, we created SSL certificates. And configured MariaDB to use SSL. Then we configured Oracle client to use wallet, Oracle wallet, to connect to Oracle 19C over SSL. Then we configured JKS files for Keystore and Trust Keystore. Then we configured WebLogic to use JKS files to connect to Oracle SSL, and then we configured Wildfly to use the JKS files to connect to Oracle 19C over SSL and MySQL over SSL. And number 8, we used tshark of wireshark extensively. And last but the least, not the least, all the documents will be available at this location, and you are most welcome to contact me at this email address. All right. Good luck and thank you for your time.